lads? Welcome back to Ben Does FM, and in this episode we have got an end of season review for you. We're going to take a look at the current squad, have a look at where we need to strengthen ahead of our first European campaign of the save. Let's get into it. End of season review in this episode. It's been an unbelievable season for us. Second year in the Premier League. We have done very, very, very well, in my opinion. We have, of course, won the FA Cup and qualified for Europe automatically. Still unsure whether it's going to be the Champions League or whether it's going to be the Europa League. But let's have a look at some of the key signings we made this season. The main man himself, Jack Grealish. What a signing he has been on a free transfer. 37 appearances, 13 goals and 14 assists. He has been nothing short of excellent, Jack Grealish. I've just clicked on him and nothing has happened, which is good. There we go. 32 years of age now. He has just been top draw, as I said. What a sign on a free transfer. Was a bit unsure when we signed him. Not our typical, like I've said a few times, just in terms of his age profile. But yeah, couldn't be happier with Jack Grealish as a signing. Tommaso Baldanzi, he came in January, 15 million from Roma. Not the goal and assist return I would have hoped, but a pretty solid average rating. Can't get my words out today. But he's going to be an important player for us. Look at that value. Signed for 15 million. He's gone straight up to around 48 to 52. But yeah, very happy with him. Leandro Fernandez, the board have given him a B and he's played 5 times for us. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him. I think we will probably end up moving him on, to be perfectly honest. I just don't see how he gets in now. We'll probably look to move him on. Tobias Lawal, he's coming as our backup keeper. He actually did really well when he played. He's coming in and got a 7.01. Luis Camper from Hoffenheim, youngster. I don't think he's going to be good enough to really take forward a good championship player at the moment, potentially a Premier League player. I'm not sure whether he's going to be good enough. This signing is by far the one I am most happy with. Lautaro Marquezin. So we needed the keeper. We needed the keeper desperately. I was so close to pulling the trigger. I can't get my words out today, so apologies for that. I was so close to pulling the trigger on a couple of older keepers. I took a punt on this 19-year-old at the time, and he's just turned out to be one of our better signings. 6'5", he's got agility of 15 already. Reflexes, his one-on-ones need to improve, but if they can get up to around 15, he is going to be a proper top keeper. So, very happy with Marquezin, 10 million. I've already offered him a new contract, so he's going to be our number one for quite some time. Just very happy with him. An excellent signing. Fatsu Vera, come in, he's pretty much a squad player for us. Just a solid Premier League player. He's 28. He's wanted. If Al Hilal want to give us 50 million for him, we signed him for 12.5. If we get anywhere near that current value of him, I think we'd ship him on and look to get someone a bit younger in, I think. Mads Beck Sorensen, he come in. Again, if you remember back in the end of Jan, we needed a centre-half. Mainly someone for a bit of cover. I nearly signed the geezer from Brazil, whose name escapes me, Luanco, and I just didn't. It didn't feel right. I didn't sign him. We went and signed Sorensen, and he's just come in. He's just been pretty solid for us. 15 million, happy with that. Chris Rigg, £21 million from Everton last year. He is going to be a mainstay for us. I'm actually going to offer him a new contract in the summer. Was pretty good. Scored some important goals for us last year, certainly at the back end of the season. But yeah, he's going to be a mainstay for us. Rayan, he come in for 16.5 million. Was impressed with him. 14 goals, 2 assists in 12 games. He's developing nicely. He's a good Premier League player. He's playing close to his full potential. I think we can eke some more potential out of him here, to be perfectly honest. But he looked quite good. Wilson Esbrand, of course, came in on a free transfer. We know all about him. We've had him here for a couple of loan spells now. Just very happy to have him as a squad player, certainly at left back. Jose Marsa, excellent signing in my opinion. Free transfer. We nearly paid, I think it was about 20 million for him last season. I've signed him now, obviously on a free transfer, but we used him in all manner of positions. He says there he's a centre-back. We used him at centre-back. We used him in defensive midfield. We used him at left-back. Just very happy. Mattis Ablin. 6 goals in 22 appearances. He got a hat-trick in 1 game. So he's basically got 3 goals in 21. Got injured. It says he's a good Premier League player. I haven't seen that from him. If Al Hilal again want to give us 50 mil, I would definitely ship him on. Kingsley Coman obviously came in. Says he's an elite winger still. We're looking to move him on. I've got to be honest. Just his age now. 31. Got injured a couple of times. We obviously got Rayam. We've got Felipe. So we've got a couple of young wingers that I would rather play and develop than play Kingsley Coman at this stage. Moving on to Riquelme Felipe, coming for 8.75, got injured and he was on international duty, which was a little bit annoying. But again, 21 years old, already a decent Premier League player, could improve significantly. So looking for that improvement from him and looking forward to playing him a bit more next season. Ollie Engby, probably looking like this is a bit pricey. But look at that value. We've signed him for, 20 million, 23 million. And that's gone up to potentially up to 71. Going to try and get him some more game time next season. He's got to do some improving. But, yeah, one for the long term. Happy with him. And then Juma Bar, we got signed for 17 million from Man City. Again, coming in as a squad centre-half player. He's going to be a homegrown at Nation, which is going to be important for the European campaign. Yeah, just was solid when he played. Did all right. A big beast of a man. So, yeah, pretty solid when he played. Happy with him. So that's the new arrivals. Of course, we've already spoken about it enough times in game, but we finished 5th. An excellent season from us. Honestly, really, really pleased with how we ended up in the league. There was a time where we were looking dodgy for Europe towards the end of the season, but we finished really strong. Unbeaten in our last, 2, 4, 6, 7 games. We had a bit of a favourable run-in. One thing just to point out again, I spoke about it, I think it was the back end of last year. The amount of games we lose by the odd goal. Forest 1-0, Arsenal 1-0, Spurs 1-0, Man City 2-1, Wolves 2-1, Man United 2-1. So where we are getting beat, there's a couple of odd results there. Liverpool 3-0, for example. But the odd games that we are getting beaten, they're pretty tight. So Champions League could be on next year. We still actually don't know whether we will be in the Champions League or not. We have finished 5th. It says the Europa League there. I want to play in the Europa League. I know I've said that again at the end of last season. It's a much more winnable competition for us. I don't want to go in the Champions League. It's going to be a waste of time. The money will be great, yes. But, yeah, I want to play in the Europa League. Biggest win, 5-0 against Sunderland. Match to remember, 4-0 against Fulham. And goal of the season is Rocco's in this 4-1 game against Brentford. Can I remember this game? Was this the one where he took on a load of players? Let's just have a watch of it and see whether it is. Laptop's on a go slow. I think this is the goal where he took it round like 4 players. Yeah, I'm almost certain it is. Yeah, it is. What a goal this was, by the way. Unbelievable goal. Unbelievable goal from Rocco. So that's the goal of the season. Let's just move on now. Finances, don't really need to worry about that. But all is, of course, up with us winning the FA Cup. Still only a national reputation side. So that's interesting. Maybe that's going to go up this year when we start to play in Europe. Jack Grealish his shirt is the #1 seller at the club. Gautier Ott is still #2, which is interesting. He's going to be leaving the club in the summer. We're going to look to move him on. Just not good enough now. And I said we've got a couple of young Brazilian wingers that we want to get some more game time. How we lined up. Okay, this is interesting. So Rocco is the striker in this team, not Makovic. But apart from that, I would say that's definitely our best team. So interesting. It's not they haven't gone with the top goal scorer in Makovic. They've gone with Rocco. I'm assuming it just does. It's done that because of his average rating rather than his goals. But that's the team of the season. Did we win anything last year? No, we didn't. Grealish got the most assists, man the match awards, oldest player. Jav Branthwaite has, of course, gone to Man United. Oldest goal scorer, Jack Grealish. Fans player of the season, Gustav Naheem. Young player of the season, Gustav Naheem. Signing of the season, Tommaso Baldanzi. Goal of the season, we've already spoke about, was Rocco. Top goal scorer, Makovic. Most assists, Jack Grealish. Most player of the match is Jack Grealish. So, pretty happy there. We didn't get any manager of the month or anything like that, which is a little bit disappointing. But history in the making. We've won the FA Cup, we've qualified for Europe, and I would agree there. An excellent season for the club. Developing talent, Lautaro Marquezin and Ollie Engby were in the next gen lists. FA Cup success, we've already spoken about that enough times. That is the end of season awards. Let's get into now the squad planning for next season. Just have a little bit of a chat about where we want to strengthen. And there it is, fellas. Confirmation that we have qualified for the Champions League. I thought that was going to be the case, and it is. So, yeah. It's not many times that you're disappointed to qualify for the Champions League, certainly when you're managing a club in the Premier League. But, yeah, I am. I'm not going to lie. Because we're not going to win it. And the idea now is that we're going to progress each season in the league. And it's an opportunity that we've missed to potentially win a European competition. But I suppose we can't complain. The money's going to be great. Could really transform the save for us now. So, Champions League qualification, Season 2 of the Premier League. That is a big achievement. Let's get into the squad planning and have a look at what we need to do for next season. So, let's have a quick look. Make sure the assistant has set everything. So let's go through position by position. In goal, we're pretty well set. Not going to be looking at improving anything there. Before we actually do position by position, I mentioned it in the end of season review. One thing that we've really got to watch out for is homegrown at club and homegrown at nation. Now we're in Europe. So registration is going to be key for us. We're going to have some registration problems. I'm telling you that now. We've got quite a big squad. And we're lucky that in the Premier League, obviously, you have to register 25 players, but we've got quite a few under the age of 20, so we don't have to register them. In the Champions League, that is the same, but it's more difficult. If they're foreign, you have to register them still. So, yeah, we're going to need to keep an eye out for that. Anyway, go through the positions now. So, in goal, as I said, I think we're set. Right back, we're set. Harambu's going to be #1. Don't know what we're going to do with Perdomo. I don't know whether we're going to send him out on loan. I think we probably are. I don't know where his best position is going to be. It says he's a wing back there, but his personality and position is a centre back, or his media description is centre back. So his heading isn't great for a centre back. He's only 6 foot. I think he's more of a wing back personally. So I think that's where we're going to end up playing, just because his heading's not great. He's off the ball. He's 11. His teamwork and work rate is good. His stamina's good. So, yeah, I think we're going to end up playing him at right back, personally. Centre-half, potentially a position we could look at. We've obviously got Mateus Pavon to see how he's progressed. He's looking like a decent player for us. We could definitely upgrade on this position. We've got Jose Marsa, who's played there. Juma Bar. Esquivel doesn't play there, so let's move him out of that. Perdomo, as I said, don't think we're going to play him there. Eric Martel can play there. Bicali He's a youngster. He's not going to play there. Sonny Doyle isn't going to play there. So, yeah, potentially a centre-half could be on the radar. Esquivel, very happy with him. He's done really well. We've got Jose Marsa who can play there. We've got Ollie Engby who can play there, and Wilson Esbrand. So, whilst we could upgrade at left-back, I don't think we're going to look to get anyone in at left-back. The defensive midfield positions... yeah, I think we're okay here. Master's obviously there, but Master can play centre-back or left-back. It's between Fatsu Vera, Chris Rigg, and Eric Martel. Billy's just not really going to play for us. So again, potentially defensive midfield we could look at. It's one of these two roles. In these positions, I think we're well set. So Rayan, we obviously signed back end of last year. He's going to be decent for us. Augustine Zeballos, so we signed him after January. He looks decent. He's going to turn into a very, very good player. He's got very good physicals. His dribbling's good. First touch is good. Yeah, he's 19 years old from Independiente. He's going to come in. He's going to be good for us, I think. Makovic can play there, though don't think he's going to play there for us. We're going to remove him. Rocco can play there. JG can play there. Chris Rigg, we're going to remove him. He doesn't play there. Felipe, we've got him. Coman, if we don't move him on. So, yeah, Prisbarek as well. Gautier Ott, who I've spoken about. Let's see if anyone wants him. No. So, yeah, the wide players, I think we're pretty well set. Now, in this shadow striker, we've got Baldanzi and Naheem. Again, I think we're set in this position. We've obviously got Leandro Fernandez. I don't know what we're going to do with him at the moment. He's 29. Signed him on a free transfer 6 months ago. He's barely played. Yeah, if we got 30 million for him, I think I'd definitely take it. So I think shadow striker, we're set. Up top, we've obviously got Makovic. Abline, we've already spoken about. If we got some decent money for him, I'd probably look to move him on. Rocco did really well, actually, when he came into the side back in the last season. He's actually improving still as well. I know he's 22, so why wouldn't he be? But yeah, we've got Rocco and Makovic up there. So I think up the pitch, we're all right. I think it's more in these defensive positions. I think centre-half, potentially another defensive midfielder are going to be the priority for us. So yeah, that's the squad planning. That's where I think we're going to need to strengthen. We have got a couple of youngsters coming in. I mentioned Augustine Zeballos. We just went through him. He looks like he's going to be really decent for us. Certainly got some room for improvement as well. Joachim Monstad, another winger, 18-year-old. Albeit, when I signed him, this was at 5 stars. So that's dropped now. So that's something to keep an eye on. He's 18, though. His value's going to come in from a lot more than what we've paid for him, which was 2.4 million. We've just put a bid in for Fabian Bremer. Yeah, he's 18. He looks like he's going to be quite decent. He's got a lot of improvement to do. 5-star potential there. So, yes, he's going to be someone for the future. The key for our signings now are looking at 18-year-olds so we can try and turn them into homegrown at-club players. And this is a youngster that's coming in from Chelsea. I still do that every year when we get the message about clubs releasing youngsters. I still take them all on trial, even though we're at this point in the save. I still take them on trial and sign some players from the top clubs. So that's the ins, that's the outs. Actually, we haven't spoken about the outs. Tyrese Hall is going to Middlesbrough. He wanted more game time. Disappointing because at one point this was up to about 15 million his value. He just hasn't played for us. I know we wanted to try and get him some more game time, but we haven't been able to do it. He's going to Middlesbrough. Let's just go through the squad quickly again in terms of players who want to move on. As I mentioned, Fatsu Vera, if a Saudi club wants to offer us 40 million, 50 million, I'm going to let him go. Who else we got in here? Gautier Ott, as I said, want to move him on. Great servant for the club, but didn't play for us really last year. If we get anywhere near that sort of 15, 16 million pound for us, he'll be going. Kingsley Coman, I've spoken about, want to move him on. And Abline, if we get a bid for him, So he's wanted by Al Hilal, so he will probably be moving on as well. So we've got some incomings, we've got some strengthening to do, and we've got some outgoings to push through as well in this off season. So what I'm going to do now is get on with a little bit of it, and then we'll come back later in the episode when we started to make some signings, have a look at maybe some free transfers that are being released from clubs, and just talk about those. First major signing of the summer, and it is Mark Gahey from Newcastle United. He is coming in for 19.5 million, which is an absolute steal for Mark Gahey on this game, by the way. Like, he's going to help out. He's going to improve our centre-half position. He's English, obviously, so he's going to tick the homegrown at nation piece. He's just top draw. I don't know why he was up for 19 million, but yeah, we've got Mark Gahey in. A little bit punchy on the contract, but we have done our thing of not offering any signing on fee. He wanted like 8 million, so probably averages out. But yeah, we've got Mark Gahey in. Very, very happy with that as our first signing of the summer. As I'd mentioned, fellas, if we got anywhere near a 40-50 million pound for Matisse Ablin, we would definitely sell him. We got that. Al Hilal wanted to pay us £46.5 million, and I very, very happily accepted that bid. So Ablin is off to Saudi Arabia. We have doubled our money in a season for him. We paid 20 mil last year. He was useless. So he's going to Saudi Arabia. One bid I've put in, and you might laugh at this, is for Ivan Toney. I think we need another striker. I've tried to look for homegrown at Nation, as I've spoken about a few times. He's 32, but I think he could do a job for us. He's obviously scored a shitload of goals in Saudi Arabia. I just think he can do a job for us. He's got 19 penalty takings. We don't have to worry about Makovic taking penalties anymore. Yeah, I'm on board with this one. Natural fitness is 15, so he's not going to drop off too much. Let me know what you think. Should I sign Ivan Toney? I think he's going to be a pretty decent replacement, but we'll see. So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What do you reckon to Ivan Toney? Right, so then, fellas, lots of ins, lots of outs have been going on since we were last here and checking in. So, quick summary of what's happened. We have signed Jim Vestin. We signed him from Genk for 23 million. 19-year-old. He's already a good Premier League player. Could improve a lot. He looks very good. He's going to be that defensive midfielder for us. Look at those mentals already. Has got to improve on the technical side, but he's a big, beefy, he's a big, beefy lad. Again, not sure about that hairdo for a 19-year-old, but hopefully he's just shaving it and he can actually grow it. He's got to work on his first touch. That's the only thing that's really letting him down, so we're going to work on that. But as I said, he's going to come in as that defensive midfielder for us. Aneko Cordoba, he's come in. Quite a few big European clubs were after him, so 5.75 was his release clause. We managed to get him. He might turn out to be all right. He's a good championship player, potential to be a Premier League player, looks okay, good finisher. So we'll see. Giorgio Cittadini come in for 7 million. He's going to be a squad player at centre-back for us. Daniel Gore's coming on a free transfer from Man United. He's never going to kick a ball, but if we can get some of that value, then great. And one of the big signings, Nico O'Reilly has come in. Now, he's going to play as left-back. He's going to be our left-back for us. 6'4". He's a huge lad. He is going to be perfect for a wing-back for us. He is, of course, English, which is what we needed. So, £86 million spent, £122 million out the door. We'll just quickly go through those again. So we know Matisse Ablin, he's gone to Al Hilal. Kingsley Coman went to AZ Alkmaar. Jose Marsa, now that was one that we didn't have to do. We did have to do because Al Nasser, came in for him, and he said if we didn't accept it, he was going to get unsettled. So we thought, for a season, we've signed him for nothing, and we've sold him for £35 million. Great bit of business. Mads Beck Sorensen, again, wasn't one that we really wanted to do, but he got unhappy after we signed Mark Gahey. So, again, signed him last year for 12.5. We've sold him for 23, so we've pretty much doubled our money. And Sale Kumbedi has gone to Sunderland. So, a couple of ins, a couple of outs. We have got a couple more pending as well, just to show you those. So, Nathan Fernandez is going through his work permit. He was wanted, as you can see here, look, by Tottenham, AC Milan and Inter Milan. Most Football Manager players know all about Nathan Fernandez. Not a position we needed to buy someone in, but for a £12 million value, release clause met, it was just a bit of a no-brainer, to be perfectly honest. And the other one that is pending is Nicolo Trezeguet. If we get him, he will be unbelievable for us up front. And then we are starting to build a very, very, very good team. So let's just have a quick look here as to what it says. So Nico O'Reilly is obviously going to be the left back for us. Move Harambu from there. Wilson Brands. We got to keep Yusuf Bala around because he's going to be homegrown at club for registration purposes. We've obviously spoken about the keeper. We're pretty well set there. Right back again, we've spoken about that. Gabriel Perdomo looks like he's going out on loan. Hull, Lazio and Forest have put bids in for him. We have told them he has to play right back, so hopefully he'll develop into a very good right back for us. Centre backs, I think we're now more than stacked at centre half. Gahey, Pavon, Cittadini, Barr. Yeah, I think we're more than stacked there now. It's not our strongest position, I must say, but I think the addition of Gahey is just unbelievable, to be perfectly honest. Deep line playmaker. Did miss out on someone on a free transfer who went to Man United, and I'm forgetting who it was. Apologies. But still could be a position we look at strengthening in. We have got Marco Martins, who we signed obviously a couple of years ago for £2.5 million. He could play in that position for us, get a bit more game time. Yeah, we'll have to see about that one. As I said, where's he gone? There he is, Jim Vestin. So Jim Vestin's obviously going to be our defensive midfielder. Yeah, so this deep line playmaker role is obviously going to be Chris Rigg and Fatsu Vera. So could be improved, but Chris Rigg, more than happy with that. We've obviously got Rayan, Zabios, Makovic we can move out of here. I'm actually now thinking of moving Rocco on. Because if we get Nathan Fernandez, which we are potentially going to be doing, we're going to have Rayan, Felipe, Grealish, Rocco, Zabios. So we've got loads of forward players now. The shadow striker role, Nico O'Reilly is our best player in that position, but I'm going to remove him. He's not going to be playing there. He's coming to be a left back. He's also our best centre forward, apparently. Yeah, so I think we're pretty well set. That's all we're going to do for this episode. It's been quite a long one. We've still got some money to spend, still got some players to come in. So let's see how we get on with those. There's obviously some outgoings as well that's going to happen. We will come back in now towards the beginning of next season. So if you are new around here, as ever, please do subscribe to the channel. Keep saying it, but we're going to get loads of content out there for FM26. Going to continue this save until then. Hope you're all enjoying it so far. Let's see if we can win a Champions League in the next couple of years. How about that for a statement? Before FM26 is released, can we win a Champions League with Millwall? That's what we're going to do. As I said, if you're new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you on the next one.